So the camera can't necessarily see all the depth of field, so I just try to jiggle it. Occasionally you'll be in focus for this bottom line down here, and then sometimes I'll move it and you'll see the other cards, because I know people do like to look at the cards. They are a big part of the reading. I also say to people, you look at the cards during a reading and which one jumps out most to you, and then you can focus on that as well. So that's the one that is sort of piquing your interest for the month, and it might have extra hidden messages or particular meanings for you as well. So for now, I will try and focus, I guess, a little bit on the middle ones. I hope that's in focus. We are reading down the columns, and we have the reverse justice, the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, and the family. Now, straight away, I see these two crowns coming head to head here, and this is the crown chakra, and this is when we are really connected to spirit, receiving ideas from the collective conscious, from our higher self, from spiritual guides, angelic guides, energies like that. You've also received in the same row the door to spirit, which is pretty well much the same type of messages. So there is a possibility for you guys during this month to receive an awakening or an epiphany or an enlightenment, or ideas too that are coming in from the mind. We know that the Justice card is a card about karma, dealing with cause and effect. So when it's reversed, it could be suggesting that things are stalled in terms of a karmic cycle being relayed or moved out. And it can also mean that there is karma of somebody else's issue that is holding up your path. Now, it's really interesting that we got the family card down the bottom. So I'm suspecting that this could be for some of you tied up with family issues. So there might be someone in your family pattern. This could be your direct partner, it could be your children, it could be siblings, it could be your parents or grandparents, so you get the picture. But someone within the family is causing a temporary malfunction, if you like, and it could be due to their issues, and so it's having a kind of a karmic relay effect onto other people in the family, possibly especially yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to mean this is going to be a long-term issue, but it might be a stumbling block that could be causing tensions or rifts between family members. Now, the card in the middle might well be your best way of dealing with it. This Archangel Uriel is a very, very good angel to take into meetings and mediations. So if you could, Archangel Uriel might be there to suggest forming mediation with family members if there are problems, or there's like a stumbling block, or someone's getting themselves into trouble or into something too deep, or you have lost communication between an event that some of you are trying to sort out. It could be a legal event, it could be a deeply emotional event. The family card definitely talks to us about that. So there is something aligning here about a karmic issue that has possibly been involved with past lives within your family circle as well. Some people could even say this is when people talk about families having, like bad luck, or even a more dark word, I suppose, like a family curse on them. So it might be something that's worthwhile looking into at this point and seeing if it can be cleared. So clearing a blockage or clearing a negative karma juxtaposition within the family's DNA or grid lines. And as I say, Uriel is particularly good for that. If it's not Uriel that you need to call in for like mediation and to be there with you in an angelic white light protection energy, it's suggesting to you that if you open up to celestial energies and angelic energies, you may well find the answers within your own higher self. And this may be a way of stepping around or through any karmic blocks or issues going on. So that's an interesting way to start the reading anyhow. And I'm sure that's just one message I'm getting. I mean, the cards can literally mean so many different things. So when I'm doing an overall reading for, lots of people, I tend to just focus on the main messages that I'm getting. So some of you might go, well, yeah, that's not, meaning anything to me, and that's fine. So if it doesn't resonate with you, pick what does out of those three cards and format your own message and ponder upon it and meditate on it, and you'll find answers popping up. The next line we come to is the Judgment, then the Sun, then energy work. I quite like the Judgment and the energy work together, and really energy work can be interpreted as the Sun as well. The Judgment card can often mean, and I mean it's a major arcana, and you've got those two major arcanas in a row, and they're both quite hefty major arcana cards, in as much that they deal with really deep issues, like karmic issues and changing of belief systems and things like that. This is what the Judgment card is. So it's about getting to a point in your life where you go, something's not working and I want it to work more, or I want to change direction because I can see that where I'm going isn't going to take me on the right path, or what I've been doing isn't giving me the fulfillment I wanted. So again, the Judgment is almost like an epiphany. It's like hearing all of this up here. And you see, they've got this sort of stuff going on the top of his head, these flames and trumpets and the cross. Well, it's similar to this that's going on the top of her head. So it feels as though you're going to get a lot of input coming into you from celestial or angelic or spirit guide events, or your higher self or collective conscious for the month. Now, I tend to find when that happens and when that energy is around, it can be a profound month for learning. And remember what your words were. Life design. You are the creator. Create your dreams, and your dreams are bubbling into reality. So all of these type of things can be exactly what is creating this bubbling into reality. I often too find that with the Judgment card, some of you may have issues with your head, and especially hearing, because sometimes that card means we weren't listening to the messages, either our internal messages or even conversations around us. So some of you may have issues with your ears, like you might need to go and get your ears checked. You may have blocked ears or sore ears or dizziness. When we're off balance, it's a little mechanism in the inner ear that causes our off balance to occur. So some of you could even be feeling things like that. If you are in the process of any spiritual activation, you'll start to possibly receive this tingling and feather-like sensation that moves over your face and the top of your crown as well. And some of you might even experience that if you're really activating a spiritual connection anywhere. We come down to the Sun. It's very much the same as in the tarot deck, so I guess you could say this is another major arcana card. It's all about new beginnings and having changed direction and having seen something up here that maybe you go, wow, let's open up to a new project or idea or concept. It's fertile. It's possibly new love for some of you. It's happiness, it's bliss, it's growth, enjoyment, understanding, nurturing. Any of the positive words in life, that's what the Sun does. It can especially symbolize new ideas or efforts coming to fruition and beginning to take place. This one down here, the energy work, energy work is often referred to as things like Reiki, or I think it says down here some other things. Maybe not, but there are other healing modalities that work in the same type of field as the Reiki. And a lot of these work through the vibrational energies around us that we can't see, just like the sun's rays that warm us and make our plants grow or our foods grow so that we can eat them. Energy work is the same. It uses the same type of electromagnetic energy fields, but to heal us or pets or animals or whatever. So some of you may be uplifting this. You may be moving into the energy healing work field yourselves, and there certainly is a lot of spiritual activation around you this month. If it's not you moving into this type of field, and this could be your new business starting, it could be in the realm of the esoteric knowledges or something along those lines. If it's not energy work healing that you're starting, perhaps this is a message for you guys to get some really beautiful high-end energy work done on you so that you can open more avenues to find out which direction you want to head in and to clear any blockages and to create lightness of being and, sort of bring in more positivity and freeing up of joints or ideas or thoughts or creativity. We come to this column here. We have the Four of Cups, the Daughter Spirit, and the Wedding. Well, there's some beautiful messages, especially in the bottom two cards. The one at the top I tend to find is a little bit more of a, not a warning card, but it's a card of saying, oh, I could do better. Life could offer me more. Well, sometimes it pays not to be too blasé about things and not to look a gift horse in the mouth. This can be when offers are coming to you for possibly friendships or romance, so new partners or new people in your life, new friends, but you may not be interested in them at first because they may not appear to offer what you want. But if you look a little deeper, it could be a relationship or a friendship that could be worth working with, and it could lead you to further places. There's a saying, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and that's another kind of message for this particular card when it turns up. So some of you have got offers coming around you, and they could even be offers of a job, but more often than not, these are offers of new friendships or support systems or mechanisms along those lines. Now underneath is the Daughter Spirit, and this is a time where it says you have this awakening power within you, like a majestical energy, and it's white light. And white light is very protective as well if there are any negativities, which we talked about over here in this column, especially with family DNA. Now remember too that issues with families don't just have to be quarrels and arguments. These can be health issues that have gone on, passed down through family generations. The cancer gene is a very strong gene. There's other things like thyroid problems or diabetes or renal problems or immunocompromisation issues. A lot of them are passed through DNA lineage, and there are ways of helping to clear them through holistic health practices. So sometimes that's what white light energy can offer. It's like a protection or an uplifting or a clearing of blockages. It definitely is a time where you may feel more of those wonderful high energy vibrations such as bliss and euphoria and happiness. And this could be because of people in your life offering you love. It could even be when you attend something like a wedding. You go to a wedding and most always we're happy because it's a wonderful occasion and there's love in the air, and you get this love bug feeling at a really good positive wedding. So those are some of the energies you can experience when this Daughter Spirit is open. And some of you may be attending a wedding, some of you may be getting married or be invited to be married. The other thing that the wedding card does symbolize is it says, marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, sharing mutual respect and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. So some of you may have even been pondering, if you do have a marriage that you have been involved in, whether it's going right or whether there's enough love in it or whether you can be sort of bothered. So this card is a message for those of you who are thinking, it's a bit flat and boring. I don't know if I should have married this person, or, I can't feel any love anymore. To try and go back to that moment in time when you found the first ignition of love and try and see what it was about the person that you really enjoyed and connected with, and reharness some of that energy and focus on the positives within that type of relationship. And if it's not a marriage, like it might be just a celebration that you shared together or a commitment, then the same vows of love and mutual respect are still there and they still mean the same thing. So if we come to the final row for your reading, I'll just try and alter that a little bit again. We have the Three of Wands, the Daughter Value, and See Only Love. Yeah, I think this one is talking very much to this one. The Three of Wands up here is often about career and creativity and inspiration and ideas and having it come into play. It often shows us that if you are in the working stages of your life, you are pondering where it is headed and how to get there. You have the ideas and you have some creative passion brewing away in the background. Some of you, it will be possibly attending an interview overseas, because this guy is looking way out into the distance as if he has turned his back onto the current place that he's in. So this can often mean the idea of leaving where you are to go and work in another place, or to attend a job interview in another place, and possibly to eventually move overseas with your career. Sometimes this is a change of career, but most often than not, it means shifting it out or growing it or expanding it or moving to somewhere else with the career. So many messages in the one card. And you come down here and we see the door to value. Well, of course, this is money, opportunities. So maybe some of you are being offered a better job, offered more money within the job. Maybe you have had a success within your business, if it's a business you own. Maybe you're being paid well at the moment. The debtors are paying up, or you've had a new idea that is paying dividends. This can be about ideas and turning the ideas into reality and having it become profitable. So again, for some of you who might be writers or artists or creative people or designers, this could be an idea that you are nearly ready to put out there, and it might be published or be picked up on or do quite well. Down the bottom, the last card for the reading for the month, See Only Love. It's an interesting one to finish on. It is a card that I particularly love, pardon the pun, because if we do see love in everything, then all of our worries and cares tend to drop off a little bit more, and we allow more forgiveness and tolerance, acceptance and understanding, patience and calm, all of those type of wonderful assets in life. And those particular energies are what take us further and further and further into life, into places like this, this and this and this, and all of these moving forward type places. So as I say, it's an interesting one to finish on. I think if they kind of started off over here about possible family issues, and remember too that for some people, family isn't just your DNA connected family. Your family can be your close friends or your community. So depending on how you particularly look at what a family is to you, this may be the final closing message saying, just remember to see love. And when we see love, we can heal easier. We can help with healing for other people as well, and we can help heal situations, and that promotes us to go forward with ease and newness. So there you are, Leo. I think you have a really bright, sunny reading in here with plenty of light, this light just booming through here, that middle row in particular. So yeah, pick whichever card you particularly like and focus on it for the month and see how it delivers for you.